Well, I sit down her way. She ain't. No, no. She wanna go. No, no. She wanna go. No way.
Put it up.
Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Moving through November in a fresh new season filled with young talent, we're keeping our eye on the rookie talent all across the NBA and how they've been playing. So, that in mind, here's a look at the rookie race watch to see who might be in the running for the Rookie of the Year later on down the road. You take a look at Fears. He's gotten off to a blazing start and has settled into that number 2 spot in the rankings. A lot of season left for him to jump to number 1, though.
And really not surprised with the kind of talent he possesses to be ranked 2nd already.
Well, he deserves to be ranked this high. This guy is one special player.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got Sadiq Bey. Trey Murphy is out there with Murray. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's Queen in at the 4. And for Dallas, Irving and Thompson are the guard set. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. And it's Flag in at the 3 slot. The shot's good from Irving. And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
And here is Irving. After DeJounte Murray was able to get the triple. And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Dallas moving the ball around. Lively sends a screen for Flag. Off target from outside. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. From downtown, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
You can't give Irving any airspace when he's handling the rock because that's when he strikes.
And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. Count that bucket.
His goal is to make an impact all over the floor. Irving can be a headache from mid-range.
And a deep 3 from Murray. On the wing, Murray. Goes up again. Misi's shot is good.
Hey, those second chance points are found money. Tremendous effort there.
Irving from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
Connects from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. This is the 4th and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks' Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back to you guys.
He has definitely seen it all. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. from past the arc. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Mavericks trail by 10. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And staying an all-star back in 2022, DeJounte Murray has since been trying to regain that all-star form.
Absolutely, Kevin. And look, the major problem, like it is for a lot of guys, has been injury. When he's healthy, this guy can really play. He's a true two-way player and can help you win games at both ends of the floor.
Oh, you must have left your dancing shoes at home, huh? All right, let's go! Oh, we have a dancer!
New group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. Pelicans, number 1.
Well, this has been a hot three-point shooting team, and it starts with their passing, moving the ball to get quality looks.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Marshall. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And here's New Orleans now. They're on a 17-7 run. Jones, no luck. Mavericks trail by 10. Christie with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Williamson double team. Near the three-point line, it's Poole. Bagley with the rebound. And it's Williams with the ball for Dallas. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Well, look, turnovers hurt you in two ways. You lose the possession on offense, and defensively, giveaways normally lead to easy points for your opponents.
Here's Williams. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Martin against Williamson. To the paint. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Here's Spears. Knocks down the three ball.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
And so it's New Orleans in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Fears is out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Jordan in at the center position.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. I mean, knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Here's Fears. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
So great for Cooper Fly. Both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean. Though at this point, he's a powerful young man, and he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
It's up a 3, and the Pelicans hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Outside, Bagley. To the middle. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Okay, now, friends, let's see you get up and get ready for your season 2.
Checked in for Christie. New Orleans also making some changes. Looney comes in for Jordan. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Jones. New Orleans leading by 9. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Well, we have all enjoyed the NBA Cup tournament, and Greg, the double meaning it brings to these games earlier in the season is just terrific.
Yeah, of course, they also count in the regular season standings as well. It allows teams a second trophy to chase, a championship that's a lot earlier in the calendar. And I'll tell you who else benefits, a lot of the young teams, because it puts them in a playoff mindset. I think it's going to help their progression over the course of the season.
Here's Fears. Nails the wide open jump shot. Fears has got the lead up to 12 now for the Pelicans.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Bagley with the ball. Looney on him. Irving, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Pelicans have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's Fears. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Irving with it. Out guarded by Murray. Irving passes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Marvin Bagley. B.J. Washington comes in for Marshall. And it's Klay Thompson in for Williams. And a change for the Pelicans. Dave's checked in. Pelicans leading by 11. Here's Williamson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Williamson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move him. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Outside for Murray. Three-pointer. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Washington. Now flag. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game into a track meet because I can't outmuscle anybody. But I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Back to you, Kev.
Smart approach. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Marshall, who's checked in for Dallas. And how about we check the numbers for Kyrie Irving?
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Thompson outside. And Marshall kicks to Washington. And he uses the glass on the layup. Washington's got 4 this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Bay, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
Showing the range. How about Bay taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Tries the spin move. Here's Irving, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 12.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Irving. For the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Bay. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
A nice shot by Irving.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's New Orleans controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hey folks, we know you're anxious for the first half breakdown, but a surprise start to the show is only fitting with some early season power rankings. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Dallas Mavericks.
Defensively, play like you care, that's all.
Well, there's also a talent gap, right? I mean, what could they do about it?
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And Greg, you were a point guard. How is that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Let's go to the sideline and hear some news about Jeremiah Fears. Allie, what's the status?
Thank you, guys. I got a status report from the Pelicans head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Thanks, Allie. We appreciate the update. And, of course, you never like to see any kind of injury.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. And it's Irving at the one. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Bucket is good. Bay's got 5 points in the quarter.
And how about the focus from Bay offensively? His shots just continue to fall.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games. Pelicans, number 1.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. On the wing, Irving. And the Mavericks, another 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Let's go.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. For 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Murray, good. 11 points for DeJounte Murray.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Pass to Washington. And a wide open look for Flag. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. For New Orleans, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
And it's Irving missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lets the 3 fly. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Irving against Murray. Irving passes to Lively. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Dallas shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. He misses the free throw. Bagley, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Klay Thompson. So for the Pelicans, second free throw, no good. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
That's a shot defenses are going to let fears take, so the rookie making those will be a benefit.
Irving kicks to Bagley. Pass to Lively. Now Flag. They need this. And Flag throws it down.
And you can't let this kid Flag get that good a position down low. Cooper will finish that every time.
And Williamson throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Left side Irving. Pass to Flag. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. It's good.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
And here are the Mavericks now. Outside Williams. Here's Flag. Defended by Jones. 5 on the clock. And Flag throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. The drive by Williamson. And Jordan gets it to go. And Irving launches it from deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
And made things look easy for his teammates.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. Jordan Poole is out there with Fears. And it's Matkovic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Bagley. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Williams. It's deflected.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Matkovic. And another 3 for New Orleans. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New Orleans.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Matkovic has got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Pelicans.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Drills the 3-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And he banks in the layup. And that's 11 points for Cooper Flag.
And you see the explosiveness of Flag, the athletic ability giving him an edge inside.
Poole looking it over. Pass to Matkovic. Launches a 3. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Here's the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on a 3-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Irving's checked in. Outside Williams, inside. Here's Matkovic from outside the arc. Rebound by Marshall. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Well, clearly the layup was too easy for him. He had to go to the double clutch to make it a little more challenging.
Shot's good by Matkovic. Matkovic has got 18 points just in the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trey Murphy.
Well, he came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Here's Matkovich, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Bagley.
And I tell you what, when Bagley plays with energy, it is difficult trying to stop him. Awesome at just staying on the attack.
Drills it from outside.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that Trey has been deadly.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.